What's going on? So this is going to be a little bit of a different video. I'm not going to be opening up any cards. I wanted to talk about how I personally have changed my strategy when it comes to collecting with the change in the market that's going on right now at Pokemon. Just to see, trying to get some feedback if for the few that watches this, if you guys have kind of changed how you go about collecting Pokemon because of the scarcity of product, the outrageous prices, the scalpers out there. So I wanted to talk about like how I used to collect before the craziness happened, and now what I've kind of is going towards how I collect until the market changes again. So before all the craziness, I got back into Pokemon in the Team Up era, Team Up and Unbroken Bonds. And so I used to just, when Team Up came out, I really liked that set. Even though I was out of collecting Pokemon for years, I would always, every now and then, check some of the websites and see like the type of sets that were out or that were coming out, and every periodically, I kind of bounced back and forth collecting over the years, and just kind of got out of it for various reasons. But now I'm definitely I'm in it to win it. But yeah, so I checked the Team Up and the collection that was coming out, and I really liked the cards. I'm a huge Gengar fan, so having the Gengar in there was like really cool. So what I had been doing was, for Team Up and Unbroken Bonds, I would place a big order with David Adams, which is a huge card company, and that you could buy. Well, you used to be able to buy wholesale. As of right now, you really can't because of how crazy the market is. But so basically, I would buy a booster case, which was 6 booster boxes of Unbroken Bonds and Team Up, open them all up, and that would get me to the about 90%, 95% completion rate of my collection. And you would hope that like you would hit the big ticket cards. Like for Unbroken Bonds, it was the Rainbow Rare Charizard and Reshiram, and at the time it was going for like $250, $300. I was able to get that card in the booster case. So that was like the goal, was hopefully you get the big ticket items. And then with America, it's typically like every 3 months is a new set. So you I would buy the booster case at the beginning, have about 90% of my 90 to 95% complete, then spend the rest of the 3 months periodically buying the singles that I didn't have to complete my set in time for the next set release. And that's what I was doing. I really liked that strategy. I'm a type of person that I try to strategize when collecting. I don't have a bunch of money to spend, so it really helps out to strategize and kind of have a game plan of how you want to go about collecting. For me, I want to complete the sets. If I like the set, I want to complete it. I want to have the whole set. So that's a big thing to me. I have a binder for each set, and I want to complete it. So that's how I collect. Well, now things have changed with the prices. When I was buying those booster cases, I was getting it at $580 for 6 booster boxes. And now, booster boxes are $150, $140, $150 a piece. So you're looking at, only for the price I was spending before, only getting half of that. So basically the prices have doubled due to supply and demand. And I can't personally bring myself to spend that type of money, especially when like what the prices should be and what you were paying just a year ago. There's no way I can justify spending that much money on Pokemon cards, knowing like what the price should be. So I started to see, it started to become difficult. Cosmic Eclipse and Unified Minds were the first ones where I was able to buy. I was able to buy a booster case of like. Basically, I got a booster case of 3 boxes of Cosmic Eclipse and 2 of Unified Minds. I weren't able to get like a whole booster case of each set, and that was like kind of the start of the craziness of the market. And I was kind of thinking, when I noticed that happening, I was kind of thinking, well, maybe it's because like of the cards that were in it, because you had like Mewtwo and Venusaur, and like the artwork, and just they did a really good job in those two sets. They're amazing sets. So I was kind of thinking, it's probably popular because of that. But as you can see, each set coming out now, it's just been harder and harder to get at wholesale. The last one that I was able to get, and it wasn't even a booster case, was Darkness Ablaze. I was able to get a case of the 2-pack blisters where it came with one Darkness Ablaze and one Sword and Shield. There's like 144 packs. So I was able to get that, and then that's been it. So what I've been doing is for Vivid Voltage, I've not bought any booster boxes or cases. I'm lucky enough that where I live in a rural area where I live in like a retirement town, so our Walmart, like the average age in my town is like 58. So my Walmart, luckily, usually has some stock. When I go, I can pick up some Vivid Voltage packs, and so I'm slowly collecting it. But I've shifted my focus now more onto buying singles of older cards. Just some sets that I've collected, years ago that I haven't finished, or, I have a binder and I do it like per set, and so I try to get a whole page full of holos for that set. So I've been really focusing on just buying older single cards, and I've been really happy with that, and I feel like I'm getting more of a value that way. I'm not buying anything like crazy. I'm not buying like PSA graded cards or anything. I'm just buying older cards. Might have some light play to it, but they're good binder cards to fulfill, the binders that I'm working on. So that's been my focus, my transition. And it's probably going to stay like that until these prices get under control. I can't justify, $150 for a booster box when, just last year I was buying them at about $80 a box, wholesale from Dave & Adams. I mean, as of today, like Dave & Adams, you can't even get a booster case. They actually have a limit on Vivid Voltage. You can only buy 3 per person, and it's at $150 a piece, and it's crazy. Hopefully for like collectors, I've said this in other videos, I'm not a investor or flipper. I'm here for the long run. I want to pass this down to my kids if I ever have any. So like this market that we're in right now really hurts for people like us. It's really good for flippers, but they're kind of slimy. The people that run into Walmart buy up, all the Jirachi boxes that's supposed to go for like $28, and then buy it all up and then go on eBay and Mercari and sell them for $55 a piece. That market's good for that, but it's not a healthy market. This isn't good for most of us, for people who actually care about Pokemon. Not the it's good. It's only good for the people that have no emotional attachment to Pokemon and is just looking at the dollar signs. But hopefully it changes soon, because I would really like to get back to being able to complete sets, without having to spend a ridiculous amount of money. Like Unify Minds and Cosmic Eclipse. I haven't completed that. Cosmic Eclipse was a huge set in itself. I mean, there's no way I can complete it until the prices go down. Luckily, both of those sets are getting reprints. I'm hoping that they reprint enough. I mean, this is just for me. I hope that they reprint enough to drive the prices down and have supply again. But yeah, so that's just my video for today. Just wanted to talk about, how I've transitioned with how the market's transitioned, and I think it's good. I think when the market changes as much as this has, I don't think it's wise to stay course of how you've been spending your money when the market wasn't as good, if that makes sense. unless you have the money to do so. Then, in that case, then have at it. But yeah, I wanted to know, like, have your collection, have you changed the way that you go about buying products? How you go about trying to collect now that the market has shifted the way it has? I would love to know. But as so far, that's what I've been doing, and I've been fairly happy with it so far. But yeah, let me know, and I hope you guys have a good weekend. Bye.